What up, everybody? It's your boy CG back at you guys again with some crypto news. Now, today's first report is actually covering Kickstarter ICOs, post-ICO environment. They've actually finally raised $27 million. I did a review on this a while back. For those of you who didn't know, their team is based out of Russia. They are one of the largest ICOs to come out of Russia, raising $27 million. They actually have their first three projects that are going to be on their platform, which is SquareX, first full cycle ecosystem for real estate developers and investors based on blockchain technology. You guys can come check that out. That's one of their players that they're going to be featuring on the Kick ICO platform. They aim to raise $60 million or 200k ETH. You guys can check out the project there. And then INS grocery retail project, 50 years in the grocery retail. Well, we're not here to promote anybody, you know. This is just what's going on as far as who is on the Kick platform post ICO environment, and what they seem to represent, and why not even why, but the fact that they are going to be in how can I put this? They're going to be under the wing of Kick, so to speak. You know, they're going to be under Kick's wing. Kick is going to help them promote, market, and help them build the funds that they need to have a successful crowd fund. Then we have Storiqua, what Shopify did for retail. Storiqua is hoping to emulate, only this time with cryptocurrency, launching a full e-commerce system. So for those of you into drop shipping, e-commerce, you guys know how profitable that could be. They're extending that into the cryptocurrency world. They're going to build a platform on it. You can check out the ICO there. I'm going to leave the article link to this page inside of the video description, so you guys can check that out. It's all cool. It's all gravy. It's pretty cool news, you know. I was actually doing a review on this, like I said earlier, about Kick ICO, just because I was interested in the project itself, because, you know, they're basically helping baby projects get on their feet and walk on their own. Kind of like venture capital, but I don't want to call them venture capital. Like they're kind of like Kickstarter, or, you know, I guess GoFundMe, so on and so forth. It's their own form of it, you know. So I was really interested in the project. I'm happy that they're doing well after raising 27 mil. So, you know, it's only up from here. I can't wait to see what type of new innovations they do in their space, you know, whatever they're operating in. I can't wait to see their new partnerships, how far this project can go. But next up, we're going to be talking about the owner of the Golden State Warriors, Mr. Chatipalata. I don't know how to say his name. Well, I'm not going to disrespect this man's name, but millionaire and NBA franchise owner is a believer that nobody can stop Bitcoin. So in 2013, he actually had $5 million worth in cryptocurrencies. They reported it on CNN. He made statements such as, you know, nobody can stop it, nobody can control it. The idea that government, you know, it's nothing that we haven't heard before, but it's just the fact that people are starting to come out more and more and really, how can I put this, spread their love of the direction of Bitcoin and where it's going, and just show their support for it. It's becoming more and more common for people to do that, and it's really awesome knowing that there are so many low-key people that are one by one low-key stepping forth and really just making it known, hey, you need to chill out, Mr. Demon. I know it might be that time of the month for you, or you're just trying to FUD and buy some Bitcoin, but don't do it at the expense of new investors, man. Like they even in this article quoted one of the other Alex Gudevich, a former JP Morgan executive, who had a rebuttal for Mrs. Jamie, saying that he needs to STFU about trading Bitcoin because he's not a tech trader or entrepreneur. Actually, as a matter of fact, I believe it was in Russia. Was it Russia, I believe? Well, I think it was Russia, yeah. They had to come to like a kind of like a halt in the direction that they want to go with cryptocurrencies, because nobody in the board that was trying to help regulate cryptocurrencies, the first question was, what is a Bitcoin? Nobody could answer that. Doesn't that just go to tell you a lot about these people who are trying to talk down on Bitcoin or even talk about regulating it, so on and so forth. They don't know the first thing about a Bitcoin itself. They just see it as a store of value that people are trading and making money off of, and they're just trying to figure out how they can make money off of it. They don't even know what it is. They're not tech people. They're not nothing like that. Those people making statements like, well, Bitcoin is worth nothing, they obviously don't know anything about a Bitcoin. They don't know what it takes to create one. So, you know, STFU, in the words of Mr. Alex Gudovich, it is uncontrollable. When it asked if the IRS can one day take 50% of Bitcoin's market cap just by trying to get involved and control where the money is going, who is sending it, who is receiving, stated the answer to that question can only be given if there was a place to go ask it. Bitcoin is a company or an entity controlled by a few people. Cryptocurrency is uncontrollable, and say that rather than debate how Bitcoin is doing or use it for nefarious purposes, the discussion should revolve around how to put it to better use. That's what I'm saying. Like, people want to see the bad in everything. They're not trying to see the good in everything. That's why I believe that places like Japan, even Australia, their adoption of Bitcoin into their where, you know, where, into their government, like even into their financial system, their sectors, it's a really big step forward. And it's just, you know, it's just that type of progressive thinking that I feel like this space really needs. Not even just this space, but for all people in the spectrum who are in some way, shape, or form involved in cryptocurrencies, whether you're a hater, a doubter, a believer, you know, whatever it is, whatever your perception is, we need more progressive thought processes and not trying to, you know, backtrack and focus on the negative points. Because Bitcoin is here, it's here to stay. Cryptocurrencies are here, they're here to stay. Like, what do you do? Do you go against the river? You don't swim against the river, you swim with the river, you swim with the current, you flow with it. So I don't know, they're gonna be kicking themselves in the butt, whoever's trying to combat this, because it's not going anywhere. We've already opened the box, and let me just tell you, there's no closing it. It's out there. It's been out there, low key, and it's in the hands of the many. It's the people directing this, you know. So I mean, good luck to anybody that think they can or who doesn't want to invest right now because the government's telling them that they shouldn't invest. But hey, I mean, that's your own life. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is this Korean ICO ban that has been reported. It actually caused a dip in the market the other day. The market dropped down to like 137, I believe, 137 billion or 135 billion, I think. But, you know, the market recovered today. As of recent, it's 143 billion, I believe. 144 billion. Oh, okay, we're already recovered. We're already back up there. So, yeah, guys, you know, that didn't stop it. Cryptocurrency, like, you know, everybody is just so used to this now. Like everybody that was a part of the 144 billion market cap and up, they're so used to this that it's kind of like, okay, what else is new? Who else is banning Bitcoin? I'm still gonna use it. You know, people are just built like stone skin to this. They've got a tough layer now when it comes to news like this, because they know for a fact that if they sell now and Bitcoin recovers within the next 2 days, they're gonna feel like they, you know, like idiots. They got burned, you know, like they fell for some news. Not even fell for some news, even if it was true. They bought into the hype behind the news, even though a lot of things driven when it comes to like investing, like stocks, whatever it is hype driven. But hype selling, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're selling for the hype. And it's crazy because a lot of people are in the end are only doing themselves an injustice, because when at that point in time, what they really should be doing is looking at how they can profit from this or build up more, as opposed to how can I save my monies, you know. Because let's be honest, you don't lose till you sell. You haven't officially lost money till you sell your holdings, you know. And I don't know, but the thing is with the Korean ICO, like, there's a split story to this. Some people are saying it's only for domestic ICOs, that startups that are occurring in Korea, and this is South Korea, by the way, that are occurring in South Korea. And there's another side saying it's all the way, like investors can't invest in ICOs in Korea or even in foreign ICOs. But I'm leaning more towards the fact that it's just domestically, simply because CoinNest actually did release their first Korean exchange. And Koreans, you know, why would they release a Korean exchange if they're gonna ban ICOs from foreign investment. I understand, like it's not as big a deal, even though it is still kind of tragic because it kind of stifles the creative process in Korea. But it's still, it's better than nothing, because China, they went blood, they went all the way. They like, you could barely do anything without being secretive over there. So yeah, I'm leaning more to the fact that it's only a domestic ICO ban for startups in Korea. As a matter of fact, it even says it in here that the news does not extend to individual investors. The ban only applies to ICOs launched by Korean startups. So yeah, they make note that both claims come from respected sources. So it is causing a little bit of confusion, but like I said, I'm leaning more towards the domestic ICO ban. I don't really think that they would just outright ban it, just ban all form of ICOs, because they just made a freaking exchange. Like, come on. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But hey, whatever, some good news is better than no good news. So yeah, in other news, we have Vibe. Guys, I'm over here just vibing. I've been in the Slack. You guys need to come and pull up to the Slack, Vibe Hub .slack. I think that's how the Slack goes. I think that's how it goes. Vibe Hub .slack, Vibe Hub. You guys need to come over here, pull up. We out here having fun, just vibing, talking about vibe. We've been on a vibe run. I don't even call it bull runs no more. I call it a vibe run, because we be vibing. Yesterday we ran all the way up to 8 cents on CMC. And then, we had a little dip right here. And then, we ran all the way back up to like 6 something. Just now, like 6.067, Then we're going through a little dip. But, we on Ether Delta. We on Ether Delta. You know what goes on with Ether Delta. It's a decentralized platform. It's a decentralized exchange. And with decentralized exchanges like Ether Delta, that's kind of old, it's peer-to-peer. It's really technical. People don't really understand it. And then you guys have to understand that if people are going through the effort to get on Ether Delta and maneuver around its technicalities at the risk of doing something wrong and losing good monies or good coins, for the sake of investing in Vibe or buying Vibe, that tells you a lot. So imagine when this thing becomes more accessible on regular exchanges like Bittrex, Poloniex, Liquid, Yobit, all these different exchanges. I really want Vibe to the devs. I've actually talked to them already that they should reach out to things like CoinNest, all these new startup exchanges coming out that are on their way, that have supposedly improved features that kind of SHIT all over previous exchanges. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's all about approaching new markets, especially the Korean market. They could really kill on CoinNest with the Korean market. So yeah, everybody, this is your boy CG. Oh yeah, by the way, if you guys haven't checked on Etherscan, this is the real market cap. Well, yeah, everybody, peace. I'm out. See you tomorrow.